Hello all. So in this video we are going to discuss the syllabus for environmental science theory into practical undergraduate level AEC 2. So AEC 1 we have already discussed and we had completed the syllabus, so you can check the playlist, have added that. So there were 4 units in AEC 1 for environmental science. The first unit was Introduction to EVS, then Ecosystems, then Natural Resources, then fourth unit was Pollution. And in second year or second time when you're appearing for the AEC paper as environmental science, you'll be having 3 units. Okay, just 3 units. So it is like a continuation. So in the first year you had till fourth unit. So here you're starting with the fifth unit. Fifth unit is global environmental issues and policies. Here you'll study the causes of climate change, global warming, ozone layer depletion, acid rain, impacts on human communities, biodiversity, global economy and agriculture. Then international agreements and programs like Earth Summit, UNFCCC, Montreal and Kyoto Protocol, Convention on Biological Diversity, Ramsar Convention, the Chemical Weapons Convention, UNEP, CITES, etc. Then Sustainable Development Goals, India's National Action Plan on Climate Change and its Major Missions, Environmental Legislation in India, Wildlife Protection Act 1972, then Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974, then Forest Conservation Act 1980, Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1981, Environment Protection Act 1986, Scheduled Tribes and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Recognition of Forest Rights Act 2006. Okay, so these are the suggested readings. Anyway, I'll be taking all these 3 units on using some PowerPoint presentations which I have received from my college. So yes, and other than that, if you want, you can refer to these readings as well. These are the practicals, but it won't be this difficult. But yeah, if you study the units very well, the practicals will also be easy. So unit 6, biodiversity and conservation. The definition of biodiversity, levels of biological diversity, genetic, species and ecosystem diversity. Then India as a mega biodiversity nation, biogeographic zones of India, biodiversity hotspots, endemic and endangered species of India, IUCN Red List criteria and categories. Value of biodiversity, ecological, economic, social, ethical, aesthetic and informational values of biodiversities with examples. Sacred groves and their importance with examples. Then threats to biodiversity, habitat loss, degradation, fragmentation, poaching of wildlife, man-wildlife conflicts, biological invasion with emphasis on Indian biodiversity, current mass extinction crisis. Then biodiversity conservation strategies, in situ, ex situ methods of conservation, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserves, keystone, flagship, umbrella and indicator species, reintroduction and translocation. Then some case studies on contemporary Indian wildlife and biodiversity issues, movements, environment movements, projects like Project Tiger, Project Elephant, Vulture Breeding Program, Project Great Indian Bustard, Crocodile Conservation Project, Silent Valley Movement, Save Western Ghats Movement, etc. These are the suggested readings. I'll be taking 2 video lectures to complete 1 unit. So in total we'll be having 6 video lectures for covering the environmental science for second year. In the first year we had 8 video lectures as there were 4 units. Okay. Next is Unit 7, Human Communities and the Environment. Human population growth impacts on environment, human health and welfare, carbon footprint. Then resettlement and rehabilitation of developmental projects, affected persons and communities, relevant case studies. Then environmental movements, Chipko movement, Apiko movement, Silent Valley movement, Bishnois of Rajasthan, Narmada Bachao Andolan, etc. From this you can get one thing, that there are similarities and common topics in all the units, whether it be from first year or now. The environmental projects are being studied in all the units, right? So yeah. Next is environmental justice, National Green Tribunal and its importance, environmental philosophy, environmental ethics, role of various religions and cultural practices in environmental conservation, environmental communication and public awareness, case studies like CNG vehicles and public transportation, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, National Environment Awareness Campaign, National Green Corps, Eco Club Program, etc. These are the suggested readings. So yes, we are done with the syllabus discussion, and these are the weekly lessons. Okay, this is for year 1. We have completed year 1. For year 2, these are the weekly lessons, and we are almost, we are gonna start that. And as I said, the first unit will be completed with 2 lectures, 2 video lectures. Same applies for all the units. So in total 6 video lectures. So that's it for today's video. Happy learning, and let's start the unit 5th unit from next video lecture.